Jenny here from the Laundry Garden. I wanted to bring you here at the beginning of May because the garden in the golden hour, it's in the evening, it's the 1st of May. I wanted to show you how the changes have suddenly happened almost overnight. The changing of the hedge, the leafing of the trees. I'm going to start with the house garden and we'll have a look around there and then we'll move on through the rest of the garden. The beech hedge at the moment, and you can see how the leaves are just starting to form, and there's still some old leaves dropping off from the previous year, and it looks amazing. And this starts to get tighter and tighter as these new leaves start to appear, and I can see Tom thinking to himself, that's going to need a trim soon. It's good for you to see it looking like this, the transition of the old versus the new. It's quite fascinating, actually. Oh, the evening light. I love it. The Lime Avenue is just starting to produce a few leaves. Now, if any of you subscribe to me, you will see a post I made of a picture of this peony, which is mlokosewitschii. Do go and check it out. It's literally just gone over the last couple of days, but my goodness, it is stunning, not only for its flowers but its foliage as well. One of my favourites, I think. And as we come into this section of the garden, the leaves are now on the ornamental plum, and the leaves are now on the weeping pear, which really starts to show off this part of the garden with all its beautiful colours. Everything's coming up. It's just wonderful. This is called a Solanum crispum, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's just started to flower literally this week. Look at those flowers. Beautiful. This is a shrub and it's planted in the corner here, and we have carefully trained it and well, we haven't tied it this year, but we tie it over the top of this gazebo so that when it flowers you can have that beautiful blue, sort of purpley blue with the yellow centre. And then by the end of this month we'll have the yellow pilgrim flowering, and I'll bring you back here to have a look at that. Oh, look! Oh, look, look, look! We have an Allium. This is pink jewel, and I have this pink jewel coming up through all of this Nepeta here. And this one's just started to flower. The only one actually at the moment, but they're coming. Look at that. Stunning. And the foxgloves, again, in a matter of a week, they seem to be coming up here and there, which I absolutely love. It's such a wonderful time of year. This is a Euphorbia, and I'm trying to remember the variety. I think it's, again, my pronunciation of these, forgive me, could be Palustratus, I think. Quite compact. Flowers its socks off now. It's gorgeous. But it's quite astounding how in the space of a month, how quickly everything can start to fill out in the garden. And just coming towards the front of the house, I've got the warm border to my left and the white border to my right. And in the warm border, the Acer has now got all of its leaves. And here, and I'm quite pleased with this little combo I've got going, I've got this Digitalis Parviflora, which is the chocolate foxglove, and this beautiful Persicaria. And the combination of the two and the Acer behind, and then I've got these Alliums coming up through as well, look absolutely wonderful together. And just above me here is this amazing tree. This is a Sorbus thebetica John Mitchell. Now, King Charles has this in Highgrove, which is where I first saw it in his book. And I love it. We did have one in our previous garden, which I had to say goodbye to, so we planted a new one here. Now this here, this is candytuft, and it's self-seeded here and here and here, and it looks so pretty at this time of year. Really brightens up this area. Before we go around the back, I want to quickly show you the trough. The alliums are just on the brink of popping. We've got this one here. These alliums are Violet Beauty, and they are underplanted with Geum Mrs Bradshaw. I wanted to go for a bit of a different vibe this year. Normally I put tulips in here, and I thought, well, we're opening our garden at the end of May, and I wanted this to look colourful, joyful, interesting, but not too over the top. And I've just gone for 2 colours and 2 different varieties of plants, and I think they're going to work brilliantly. Sometimes simple works best. I'll bring you back here again when it's all going great guns. We are days away from this wisteria on Regent Street. It's just starting to come now, and I think it's probably going to have its best year yet. I cannot believe how many flowers there are on it. I will definitely be taking lots of pictures to show you, and I might even do another video so you can see it in full swing. This is a beautiful fern that was given to me that's unfurling. This is another Persicaria. This is Persicaria bistota, I think that's how you pronounce it. Looking really pretty at the moment. The blossom has gone over here now, but as it starts to leaf up, it takes on a whole new look again. And just behind here, we can see that this beech is quite different to the one in the house garden, and this beech here is copper beech. And this will get darker and darker as the leaves mature. If you compare it with this beech, you'll see the difference between the copper beech and the normal beech. This has really greened up quite a lot in the last few days. I love this tree. Okay, I want to show you something as well. I mowed in here last night, and I have left a little triangle patch, and you can just notice the difference here and here. And I'm going to leave this patch, and I know Tom's going to roll his eyes now. I'm going to leave this for No Mow May, and let's see what comes up. Keep the rest cut, and let's see what comes up through here. And I'm very tempted in years to come, maybe planting a few bulbs in here that can just come up naturally and fill this area and give it a little bit more interest. I've got these beautiful Granny's bonnet, Aquilegia. My mother-in-law gave me some seeds to this particular one. This is Ruby Port, and I must collect some more seeds and try and get a few more going in here, I think. We are going to head straight to the Dragon and the Lime Avenue now. We've done a little bit of rearranging here, and I'm going to be adding a few more plants in here in the next week or so. and I'll do another video to show you this, because there's a few things I've lost over the last couple of years and I want to add some more to bulk it out again. The Thalia are over now and I've started to deadhead them, but no sooner they are over, we can then start to enjoy the leaves forming on the Lime Avenue. And then soon this will start to close in and feel quite intimate. And also we've got the rose Madame Alfred to look forward to just against this wall here, and it is looking great. Lots of flower buds, and just underneath these white peonies are getting ready to burst open anytime soon. These hydrangeas have put on quite a lot of new growth too, and we've given them a very heavy top dressing layer to try and lock in some of that moisture. We've been experiencing some beautiful sunny weather here in the UK, in Wales especially, and we're probably going to need to give these a drink anytime soon if it continues, but this will help enormously to stop the evaporation process. Also, you might be wondering what this is. This is a little contraption that Tom has put together, and this is some old estate fencing, and we've put this up around so that when the hydrangea Annabelles do start to flop, they don't completely smother the ground, and it holds them up a little bit as well. And we're going to test drive it and see how it works out this year. Fingers crossed it should work, and they'll look great and slightly contained as well. These roses are pretty close now. We've got buds on all of them, and I cannot wait. Probably by the end of May we should be getting some flowers from them. And also the box has put on a lot of new growth, and we're probably going to be clipping that in the next couple of weeks to get it looking tidy, ready for our open garden event at the end of this month. Also this self-fertile kiwi, it's staggering how much growth this puts on in a matter of weeks. It's incredible. And we've got these tiny little kiwis forming as well. Oh, what an evening. Wow. The changes in here are beyond any comprehension. The leaves, the foliage on a lot of these perennials, these asters, well, they've gained a foot in a month, like a lot of other things in here. And I think all of this warm weather has made a huge difference as well. Things have come on quite rapidly. You'll notice this tree above me here. This is a Gleditsia. And at this time of year, for pretty much the whole of May, it glows with its beautiful leaf. It almost has a slight tiered effect. It's lovely. And then just next to it here, we've got this Ceanothus, which is about to flower any minute. And the contrast between the leaf colour of the Gleditsia, the evergreen leaves of the Ceanothus, and then the blue flowers, oh, it really is beautiful. The irises are looking good. We're getting a few flower heads coming up here. All these geraniums, we've got some foxgloves peeking through. And you'll be able to see coming up at the base of the irises is this beautiful white dicentra. Very, very pretty. If I can find the name to it, the variety to it, I'll put it in the notes in the description. On the opposite side, we've got some peonies coming up that will succeed all of the bulbs that have gone over now. And again, we should get a pretty good display. I can pretty much walk in here every single day and see a new flower. It's amazing. It really is. At the very back against the wall there, we have got a Magnolia grandiflora. The evergreen, big evergreen leaves of that. And then we've got this Sorbus flowering here. I'm pretty sure this is Sorbus cashmeriana with, it has these beautiful sort of whitey pinky coloured berries. Even though the magnolia has gone over now, I think it still looks pretty amazing. And I'm going to go through the Misty Glen and deadhead them and give this a bit of a sweep. Oh, that light of the evening sun. And further on here, this beautiful deep red Acer is looking amazing. Against the wall here at the back, this is called a rhamnus, and it's a variegated shrub that we've intentionally wanted it to grow pretty much against the wall. Gives a really nice contrast in leaf colour, especially against this physocarpus here. I like how the colours all bounce off each other now. Everything's coming into leaf. You've got your red Persicaria, red dragon here. So I've got 3 of them running along this bed, one either end and one slightly off centre. And they really carry the eye down. We have got quite a lot of self-seeded foxgloves in here, which we haven't pulled up at all. And I think they're going to give quite a display when we open. And the artichokes in the corner here and just here are huge. Look at the size of this. Pretty big, I think. All we've done in here is kept it tidy. We're still in the process of landscaping it, and I need to come up with a planting plan that we can then plant this whole area up in the autumn. I've been very focused on my son's wedding, which is why the cutting garden has a lot more going on in it. The plane trees are pretty much opening their leaves, and the leaves are going to double in size again to what you see now. And we are getting so close to having a complete canopy. We've got quite a gap by the wall, but we think that is because of the warmth from the wall that has stunted the growth a little bit. But it'll come. But this middle bit here is coming. We're getting there slowly. We haven't dug out this, and I want to show you this. This is a Macleia plume poppy. And in this garden, because it is hot and dry, it almost becomes quite invasive. I love it. I don't mind it here, and we can keep it in check in this corner, she says. But I've seen this in someone else's garden who has a lot more shade and moisture than we have here, and it hadn't crept around at all. There were literally 3 or 4 stems of it. And it just goes to show, if a plant loves where it is, then watch out. This actually will grow to at least 6 foot, if not taller. It's enormous. But the plumes are great for cutting. The leaves are amazing as well. And it's quite a cool backdrop, don't you think? You'll be amazed when I bring you back here again. at the height that gains. Now we are approaching the cutting garden. And it's probably not looking terribly exciting at the moment, but we've been very busy in here planting, creating. We now have a wigwam that all the sweet peas are climbing up. Most of these sweet peas, if not all of them, are going to be used for my son's wedding, which is the middle of June. And they are doing pretty well and they're growing quite happily here, I think. We've also planted up a lot of perennials in these beds. These two beds that I'm looking at now are predominantly perennial that will come back every year. And this long bed here and here, hopefully I will have some flowers to cut from these again for the wedding, keeping my fingers crossed. And we've got lots of seed babies on the go, and we've planted lots of things over the last couple of weeks. And when we come back in here month after month, we're going to see lots and lots of changes. I've not long planted up my dahlia tubers. This is predominantly a dahlia bed along here. All new tubers to me mostly, which is going to be looking pretty amazing around the end of August. I'd probably say the mulberry tree and the catalpa at the back of the house are one of the last ones to come into full leaf. And this, you cannot see the bark of the tree at all once it is smothered in leaves. We think this tree is probably almost 100 years old because Tom's father remembers this in this garden when he was a boy. How amazing is that? Just before we come to the very end of the tour, I'd like to show you the magic of our woodland that I took this morning, which is when it really looks at its peak. Have a look at this. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.